The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Final question for you, Mr. Speaker, and this has intrigued me. For a while, you were part of a lawsuit that ended up being dismissed in federal court, alleging that President Obama might not be a legitimate candidate because he might not have been born in the United States. I mean, having looked at that, I guess my initial question, with all due respect, is how could someone who's a public servant put their name on something that ridiculous? That's just completely off the wall and delusional, isn't it?
Well, a constituent of mine, a very personal constituent of mine, asked me to look at the situation, and for a long time the president did not want to produce that documentation. He eventually did. He produced a certificate of live birth, and I've been satisfied with that production, and I don't think it's been an issue for many years, and the president has been twice elected. I respect the office of the presidency greatly, and I think Missourians want me now to focus on jobs, the economy, energy, and education, which is exactly what I've done.
Yeah, but the reason I brought that up is there are a lot of folks, especially in deep red states, who have such an antipathy toward the president that they would be willing to believe nonsense like he was actually born in Kenya, or that there was some plot afoot to come into your home and seize your guns. You'd see really vicious billboards about him around places. Do you think that that distaste for this particular president plays into a lot of the conservative movement these days generally?
No, I think it's the distaste for his policies. I think his policies through the health care bill that I think he wasted 2 years of the taxpayers' time on, it's really shown to be disastrous for the country. And we had a divided electorate. I don't know why the electorate chose to keep the exact status quo in D.C. that we had prior to November in place, but they re-elected the Republican House, re-elected the Democratic Senate, re-elected President Obama. That's what we have to live with for the next several years. I'm prepared to work hard in Missouri for Missourians.
House Speaker Tim Jones. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.